Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Yo, yo, yo. Almost time to do the live. Let's go. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Or not, actually, I'm so used to saying good morning, but it's actually not good morning. Let me turn on this light here. Change this to blue. Good morning. Oh, I seconded it again. Good afternoon, everyone. It's not morning. Actually, it's probably nighttime for some of you. How we doing? How we doing? I haven't done a stream this late in a long time. I feel like we can kind of hang out today. Tomorrow we got our webinar in the Discord where we're giving away $800. So if you're listening right now, join our Discord. Tomorrow we're giving away $800 to 8 people, $100 to 8 people. So right now I think there's only 5 people going. So pretty much you're guaranteed to get 6 people going. So right now, I wonder if there will be more people that end up showing up. But right now, you're pretty much guaranteed to win $100 if you show up. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you get a bonus entry. So you'll get 1 bonus entry if you're a Twitch sub. So I recommend going and subbing on Twitch. Tomorrow, we'll have our first webinar ever. We're going to go over market structure and prop firms. And then also wherever the conversation kind of goes, because I'm sure there'll be other conversations and questions and things like that. But it'll be probably like an hour. And it's only for the Discord community. So it's only if you're in the Discord. I'm not going to be live streaming it. I'm not going to be doing anything like that. I might add a Google Meets link just in case if Discord gets wonky. Because honestly, I've been attending live trading and stuff for Discord, and it almost always has an issue for people who pay a lot of money for it. And I don't pay any money for it, and I imagine it's probably going to give me issues. So we'll see how it goes. I might just start doing Google Meets and pay for Google. It's like $5 a month, and I can have up to like 1,000 people in there, stream my video, stream chat, and we can have people just join in via the link. Yeah, we might do that too. But yeah, how we doing? Roll call. Who's here? Who's here today on a Friday? How's your guys' day? Who traded this morning? Did you get wins or did you lose today? How was it? I traded today, but honestly, I was break even and kind of bummed because the trade I actually was going to take, which I'll show you guys, would have been a killer trade. But I was nervous because I'm trying out my new strategy, a new model that I'm working on. It's not necessarily, well, it is kind of a new model. It is kind of completely different, but what I found in backtesting, it is way more successful so far. I've never had a model that I've created yet with this high of a success rate. I'm at over 80. Let's see. What is the model success rate so far? We've done a month of backtesting. It's at 75.76% win rate, and that's 1 month. And we've only taken 33 trades. And in 1 month, we made it all. Well, we will probably make over 40K in 1 month with this strategy. And so I really like it. It's really good. Zella score is excellent. It's like a 99. The Zella score is a 99.06. Profit factor is over 10. Average win to loss trade is over 3. Our day win percentage is 88%. It's a really good model. And I'm trying to figure out how to integrate it with Orb, because you guys know I love the Orb. And I think I've kind of seen ways I can integrate it with Orb, but really it's more just like kind of where price is at when market opens. You know, are we in a higher time frame point of interest? Are we at a time-based area of liquidity? And it's a little difficult to spot, which is why I was so hesitant this morning, making sure I was like kind of nervous if I was picking the right one or not. But when you are able to spot it, it's called the unicorn. If you guys know what that is, it's a very powerful one. I think it's the highest probable in trading. It's like the highest probable thing that if it happens in the market, it's like the most probable thing to happen, if that makes sense. If you're able to find the right one, like your probability is very high. It's leaning on your side. So I really, really like it. I'm learning it. I'm learning a lot in the mentorship. This week in the mentorship has really taught me a lot. And I guess most of it honestly isn't new stuff. It's just kind of refresher. But it's really fun being able to do the course, do the live trading. I've been in the Discord, in the mentorship Discord, chatting with people, asking questions, and just like relearning things. And so we're really starting to get into the meat. I'm on week 3 now of the mentorship, and I'm getting excited for it. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm learning a lot, and I'm excited to see how it changes my trading. Because this morning's trade, with the type of trade, we had the potential of 11R trade with this morning's movement. If you looked at this morning's chart on Bitcoin, there wasn't really a big move. There wasn't really a big move at all. But we were able to catch a really solid move because of the model. I've been able to kind of learn and tweak a little. So I'm excited to get into it. But pre-roll off, what does that mean? Yeah, I'm excited for today. I'm excited to catch up. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while because we didn't get to stream on Wednesday or Thursday, and so we're getting to kind of hang out today on stream on Friday. So. And we're going to break down that trade I took this morning, which is actually a 1 minute entry is where I got the entry signal at. And we could have gotten it on a 5 minute also. So that's the nice thing. You could, if you want to get like really tight, you can do a 1 minute entry, but you don't have to. You can also do it on the 5 minute. So I'm kind of excited to chat about it. Let me delete some things, and I'm just gonna get my chart ready so we can talk about the trade I took this morning and what I'm kind of seeing and learning and identifying. Right here. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm just getting everything ready, and I'll show you guys my chart. You guys, this week has been a little rough mentally. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. Trading this week has been a little rough just because I'm so hungry to get like really good at the trading strategy, and I feel like I've been putting in so much time into my model, and I just want it to work. And really this week, because I've been so in my head, I've actually missed out on a lot of winning trades. Like there was 3 winning trades that I know of this week that if we would have just stuck to the strategy, let them play out, would have been huge winners, and we would have been way up in profit actually in our account. But because I was so in my head, I missed out on it. So I think I wanted to take kind of today off in regards to trading, minus practicing the new model, and just kind of take it slow. Like I took 1 trade and I was like, whatever, I'll let it just kind of do its thing. Yo, Bobby Joe, thank you so much for the follow. Stoked to have you in here. Sweet, a new follow. Let's go. But yeah, I like this week was honestly, I'll just be honest with you guys, it was a little rough on the mental. My wife was actually like, my wife sees me doing like, she's super supportive in all the trading and stuff, but she was like, you're in your head, like get out of your head. Like, why are you so much in your head? You literally can do it, like all this stuff. And I was like, I don't know why I'm in my head. Stupid. And so I'm excited for next week. Hopefully we can, get back on track. Where's that? Robert, good afternoon. Hope you're having a good day, dude. I'm hoping we can get back on track next week. And maybe even by the end of April. Because Yeah, this month is not gone as I wanted to. Not gone at all how I wanted it to. But, you know, I'm in my learning journey, right? And I think that's it sucks that I have to show my learning journey, you know, on video, but that's why I wanted to do this whole trading challenge and like stuff like this. Yeah, I wanted to showcase that like it's a journey to be good at day trading. It's not an overnight success thing. Like it takes time. So I'm Bobby Joe on Twitch, but I can't right there yet. Oh, is it because it's on like the follower only? Is it follower only or sub? It should be follow only, but I don't know if it has a cool off or something like that. Not cool off, but like a time. Sorry, Bobby. I think you'll be able to chat there soon though. But yeah. I'm just hoping that yeah, 10 minutes cool off. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, this learning journey has been rough. It's been hard, like being patient. Like this has really tested my patience and my discipline and all that stuff, and it's not easy. I'll tell you that. Not easy at all. Did we actually? Oh, look at that. Gave us another model here. Oh, did it again today. Yeah, this new model that I have has happened twice today. I see 1, 2 when we first took it. No, it didn't do it up there. 3. Yeah. Yeah, this new model like feels like a hack. The unicorn model that I'm talking about. All right, let's get into the screen share. Let's get into some of the screen share. I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I've been going through, what I did different today. And I'm gonna share with you guys some of the model that I'm working on, and I'm trying to get better at like just marking up my charts, and like just really walking through the process of like what I did. You know, like what is going on through my head. Part of this is the mentorship, right? The mentorship really wants you like diving into like what's your psychology going into this trade. Were you anxious? Were you normal or whatever? Yeah, let's get into it. This was the trade, okay? To this top here, which was targeting external range liquidity, was about an 8R. A 7.97R trade. Okay. Now I did not hold it that long because I was super anxious going into this trade. Okay. Over here are some of my trade notes. Okay. Entry at the top of the breaker block with stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. Okay. Targeted first 2R. So the first target for this trade was, let me see if I can get it. 2R. Right above that, which is crazy. It's really fast trades. Like they're very short moves. They're not big. You take 50% CP at 2R and then you let it ride and let it run if it's gonna do that. Okay, I trailed stops too tight due to being nervous from doing this for the first time in open market. This is my first time running this model in open market, and I was kind of nervous to do so because I honestly was like nervous that am I seeing it right? Am I gonna actually see the right spot? And I did. Price came into a higher time frame point of interest, made this push up, aggressive sweep of liquidity, instant displacement, creating a breaker block with 2 fair value gaps on top of that breaker block. Price came into the breaker block, and I had a limit order at the top of it, stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. Didn't stop me out, got pretty close, and then ran. But as soon as I saw red candles start forming within this, I instantly started trailing because I was nervous, and I should have let it just hit my TP because it was it hit TP, but then also went even further to external range liquidity, and we would have been able to get a 7R trade. I could have even been a little less, like if I would have just really let it run, it would have went all the way up to these highs over here, which was 11.4R. And because of how tight the stops loss were, I could only risk $7. But that's still, I would have made $77 on this trade, risking only $7. That's crazy, right? And this unicorn model is very, very powerful. I've been back testing it for a month so far. This is April, okay? And in April, it's basically been printing 10K weeks. So every week has been printing 10K weeks or more. And very, very successful. Only one red day, one break-even day. All the rest are green. And the Zella score is almost 100, which is killer. Almost 100. But it's a challenging model. It's not like a super easy model to lock in. That's why I'm like trying to spend time where it's like muscle memory. I don't even have to think about it. I just, once I see it, I execute. But because it's very powerful if you can get it. And I'm excited for it. Have you guys, let me know, Robert, have you ever heard of the unicorn model? Have you ever heard of that before? If you haven't, I encourage you guys to look it up. All right, I'm just checking on some things. I use gamma. Nope, and I'm bad with smart money. I use gamma exposure. Gamma exposure. What? I never heard of that. Yeah, if you got a model that works, you know, use it. Gamma exposure. I don't think I know that one. I don't think I've ever heard of that either. But yeah, I've been doing back testing on this. I want to get like the other ones. I want to get like 3 months, 3 to 6 months on this. And I'm trying to back test in 2025. Because what I found is when I did, so let me show you guys. When I did back testing on my first model, right? Or actually, sorry. Let's do the model number 2 that I've been using, which is like the 15-minute orb. 5-minute break of structure on the 15-minute time frame high, so on and so forth. The model I've been using in 2024, this model was excellent. I'll just show you. In 2024, this model worked. Lots of green days. Okay, we're doing like $6,000 to $5,000 a week. But then when I started backtesting in January and in 2025, so this is January 2024, right? Pretty much almost all green days. February, not as many green days, but still a $21,000 profit month. So still pretty good month. The losers didn't outweigh the winners. March, not a great month, but still printed 10K that month in profits. And April did another 20K in profits. A lot more red days this month, but still very profitable. Did we get to May? No, not really. So all very profitable months. Almost every month in 2024 I backtested was over 20K in profits. Now let's get to 2025. 2025, January lost me $3,500. February, like a lot of red days, lost me $2,500. March, out of all the profits, I only gained so far. I only made it halfway through, and I was like only $1,000 up. And I'm like, dude, this is not working in 2025. 2024, this strategy was killer. It worked really well, but in 2025, this model I created was not working at all. And so I was like, hey, I need to make a tweak. I need to do something because it's not working. And as you can see, our win rate was below 40%, profit factor below 2, day win percentage below 60%, average win to loss is 2.36, not very great. Our Zella score is under 65. I want my Zella score over 75 minimum. Ideally, I wanted to have a pretty decent Zella score, right? So I was like, I need to make a tweak. Okay, that's when I started I kind of stopped back testing. I started learning more in the mentorship, just diving in. I was like, okay, I want to learn what can I add that I'm learning in my mentorship to my strategy. That's where breaker blocks came in and fair value gaps. And that's where now you're seeing, I've never seen profits like this on any model I've ever created. Okay, 10K weeks or more every single week. Win percentage over 75%. Profit factor, I've never had it over 10. It's over 10. Win percentage, 88% on win days. And average win to loss is over 3R. And then this Zella score, 99. I've never had one this high when it comes to Zella score. So it's a really good trade. Let me see what Robert's saying. It's based on the options market. It's based on how market makers protect their money. Oh, got it. Okay. Orb is very good, but I don't have success in crypto. But on the futures market, I back tested and it's very powerful. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to try the orb because I've been back testing it on Bitcoin, not like NASDAQ or not like S&P 500. And maybe I need to try it on the NASDAQ or S&P 500. Maybe I get much different outcomes. But on Bitcoin, 2024 was doing great. Bitcoin 2025, not good at all, which explains why it's been so rough for me because this strategy is not doing good right now in 2025. And so that's why I was like, I need to make a tweak and I need to make something different. And so that's where I started like looking at some of the high probability things that I've been learning about, which came breaker blocks and fair value gaps. And that has gotten me a trading strategy that's excellent, very, very good. So I'm excited to do more back testing, but then also trying it out in the market. Because this morning alone on Bitcoin, there was 2 that I saw at market open. Okay, so I caught the first one, even though I kind of was too anxious about it and ruined the setup. But I caught the first one perfectly, picture perfect. But if I went up to the 5-minute time frame, now Bobby's on the Twitch chat. Let's go. Bobby's on the Twitch chat. Let's go, Bobby. Stoked to have you over here on the Twitch chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. On the 5-minute time frame, which I missed, I could have entered again, but I was kind of just like kind of focusing in and just learning and like watching very closely because I'm not trying to rush and take too many trades. It did it again over here. So let me show you the entry over here that I saw. So let me move these out of the way. Okay, right here. Let me move this. So right here, which actually on top of that, let's grab the orb real fast too, because I'm pretty sure it happened inside the orb also. 9:30. Yeah, it did. Okay, there's the orb. Okay, so there's the orb. Okay, inside the orb, you have this breaker block right here. So, right, price pushes up, does one last sweep of these lows to the left, and then displaces, right? And how do I know it displaces? This fair value gap and this push of these highs to the left here with this big candle. Okay, 5-minute fair value gap. I see that fair value gap form right here. Okay, not only did it create the fair value gap, you have this breaker block right here. Boom. The fair value gap and the breaker block overlap. Not a lot, but they overlap enough, creating the unicorn that I'm looking for. Right here, after this big displacement, I set my limit order right above this top of the breaker block. Stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. Tapped in, boom. Would have had the entry right here. Stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. Let's move it over where we would have got entered in on that first candle right here. 2R. 2R would have happened in 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. And then you could have held it for a little bit longer to get all the way up to a 5.66R on this trade. I'm loving it. And when I tie it in with the orb, and if I watch the orb, and if it happens within the orb, makes it pretty powerful. Makes it pretty powerful. So it happened right at the top of the orb, breaker block, displaced out of the orb, wait for the retest of the breaker block, boom. Boom, big trade. Big trade. And then literally it comes back down. And I think it does it again over here too. Let me see. Oh no, maybe it's on the 1 minute. I think on the 1 minute after it came back down. So right, you go up to the reason why this one's powerful, it has to tap into a high time frame point of interest. This is a 1 hour fair value gap, if I'm correct. If I go to the 1 hour, yep, 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, so price came into the 1 hour fair value gap. Go down to the 5 minute. Right, wait for price to tap the fair value gap, push up, make that last swing, big displacement, make the unicorn, boom, you get your entry. Over here, let's go to the 15 minute. Or was it 5 minute? I don't quite remember. One minute. Yeah. Over here, it tapped back into the orb. And look what it did. Okay. Tapped back into the orb, right? The orb for us is a key area of volume and point of interest for time. Okay. And it also tapped into our Asia high right here. Again, it made a, made a breaker block. Oh shoot. I don't think I ever added it. Whatever. Oops, let me fix this. Okay, made a breaker block, and look. So if you erase these candles, right? Price comes down, pushes up, breaker block right here. After this push down, price comes up, displaces, creating one fair value gap right here. So let's grab this fair value gap. Right, fair value gap, overlapping with the breaker block. You tap in your entry, top of the breaker block, stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. First candle that would have tapped you in right here. This candle, shoot for 2R. Boom. 2R would have got hit. It would have taken, this one would have taken a little bit longer. Swing fail pattern. This one right here. Yeah, I've heard of it before, but I never really gave it time. Yeah, those three at the bottom. Yep. Right here, this fail where it wakes up and then displaces the upside. But yeah, this 1 minute, right? Creates this fair value gap, stop loss, or you enter at the top of the breaker. Stop loss goes at the bottom of the breaker. Shoot for 2R, but obviously we could have let this one run. And this one actually could have at the biggest point, right, pretty much right here, because I'm not holding it much longer than that. But you could have gotten another 6R trade. You didn't get it on the 5 minute, but it did happen on the 1 minute. Use it on the 30 minute. So you do the breaker blocks on 30 minutes or the swing fail. Sorry. Oh, I see what you're saying, because this swing failed to break some of these lows. I think I'm understanding what you're saying. Wicks off the bottom here, fails to displace to the downside, right? Because we're not only breaking down into the orb, right? We should see displacement because we're falling below these lows, but it doesn't displace. Instead, it does the opposite. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. But are you saying you use the 30-minute orb? Is that what you're saying, P2P? Sorry if I'm misunderstanding you. This model is pretty, looks like the same, but the risk to reward is greater. Yeah, the risk to reward tends to be pretty big on these ones because your stop losses are really tight, right? Because you're on the 1 minute or 5 minute, and your stop losses are very tight, and your moves you don't need a really big move. But yeah, you can use this on any time frame. It doesn't have to be on a 1 or 5. You could do it on the 4 hour. You could do it on the 1 hour time frame. You don't have to do it on the low time frames. And that's the thing I'm finding that's pretty cool is like they happen everywhere if you can find it, right? You got to make sure though it's in line with the higher time frame point of interest, right? It can't just be anywhere. Like if it happened like here, doesn't matter. Well, it would matter if there's a higher time frame point of interest, but if it just happens randomly, it doesn't matter. It has to be at a higher time frame point of interest. That's like the most important part of it, is that if you're not paying attention to where it's happening is where you'll get burnt. So it has to happen at some place where liquidity potentially is sitting. It has to have displacement. It has to be at a point of interest. If not, it's useless, and it'll probably honestly break through the breaker block. And that's what I found. That's what I found is like through the back testing, like just like when I'm in the back testing, I gotta keep reminding myself like I see it. Is it in a high time frame point of interest? And if it's not, you gotta ignore it. And that's why honestly, what I'm finding with this model is pretty much if it doesn't happen before 11 a.m. in New York session, I just probably won't even try to take it. I shouldn't be really trading this model after that. It usually will happen around market open, and then it happens very quickly. Then you get your trade in really quickly. Because like when I took the trade, it was, let's see, this is on the 5 minute one. We're on the 1 minute. When I got tapped in, right here, breaker block, fair value. I got tapped in on this candle here. That was at 9:53 a.m. So we were 23 minutes into the market, and by the time I was entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes in, I would have been done with my trade, or at least hit full TP. And now I'm just managing it. And by this candle here, I probably would have been done. 10:14 a.m. I'm done. And by 11 a.m., which is over here, I call it. If I don't see it happening before 11, I'm probably just going to ignore it. Now, this one on the 5 minute happened and started forming right around 11, so I'd be open to that one. This candle here happened at 9:45 a.m. We would have got tapped in at 10:20 a.m. And that's right within my time. So really, I'm finding if it's not within like the first hour of market open, hour and a half of market open, I'm not really that interested in it. At that point, I'm kind of forcing it if I'm waiting longer than that, because it should kind of happen within the first like hour and a half. And I really like that about the strategies, because I don't have to sit around. I could be done within an hour. If I really can get this strategy down, it's one and done. And because I do not like sitting at the charts. Just to be honest with you guys, lately I have been sitting at the charts very long because I'm just learning. I'm putting in the time. I'm doing this mentorship thing. But my ultimate goal is that I can be at the charts, market open, done within 2 hours. And if a trade is open longer than that, I'm just kind of managing it, throughout the day. I'm not really like having to stare at the charts. Yeah, what is that? Is that a new follower? Let's go. Monkey Pleb. Welcome in, you maniac. Another follower. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I'm really liking this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm still learning it. I'm only like day 2 and doing this model, but the reason why I'm very, very excited is because I've never seen backtesting results like this with any of the models I've created, with any of the models I've tested out. These backtesting results, I keep thinking to myself, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, how is it so good? Like, how is this so successful? And I'm almost like kind of doubting myself. Like, no, this is no way this is this good. But it is. Like, the data doesn't lie. And what I found is in the Discord, my mentorship group, there's a lot of people who trade the same model, and maybe it's a little different than mine. I don't know exactly how they do it. I think it's pretty similar is my guess. They've kind of helped. I was talking with a lot of them and just like discussing the model, making sure I was kind of understanding concepts correctly. And they were chatting with me, and they showed me their stats of what they're really doing in the IRL, like in their actual prop firm accounts and stuff, and they're getting the same results in real life. They're printing 10K weeks, and that's what they're doing. They're doing really, really well. For this challenge, are you taking intraday trades only? Yes, Bobby, only intraday trades. I thought about maybe going up to higher time frames, but I like doing the intraday trading. I like being like quick and done. You know, I've done like the more swing type trading, but I think I really like the like more intraday where it's like done in 20 minutes to an hour and I don't have to sit at the charts, you know. That's just my personal preference. Techno, what's up, dude? How are you, man? I'm good. I'm having a great Friday so far. I hope you're having a great day. I got to go swimming with my daughter. She's 6 months old and she loves the water. She literally loves the water. She like wants to jump. She's like 6 months old. I put her on the side of the pool and she jumps in the water to me, fully dunked under the water, everything. And she like is all happy and like, it's so funny. Yo, Joe. So you say, so you can't share or want to share which mentorship it is? Oh, I'm down to share the mentorship. I don't care. I just do this mentorship. Yeah, this is like one I found that I found is really good, and they're pretty solid. Which system? The model, it's called the unicorn model, is actually the model name. But the real like system of it is breaker block, fair value gap, and then you have to include a higher time frame point of interest. Is really what it is. And then kind of like you also have to include where is price. So like what's your range? Where is price heading? So it's not as easy as like just waiting for a break of structure like we were kind of doing before. The orb was very simple. We literally just would wait for a break of structure and enter on that. We didn't care if it was going bullish, bearish, whatever. We just waited for the break of structure. This one, you need to take in a lot more things into account. What is your current range and where's the potential momentum price is going to go? Where's your higher time frame point of interest? Where's external range of liquidity and where's internal range of liquidity? Where's your session highs and lows? What fair value gaps have been formed? What displacement or manipulation has taken place in the market? Like there's a lot of things you got to take into account with this strategy. And I like, as I'm going to master it, I'm hopefully going to like be able to teach you guys of kind of what I'm learning and how I'm, shifting and tweaking the model that I'm trying to create. Cause I think I can integrate it with the orb too. And it's the end of my day here. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you have a great time with your little girl. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Fridays are fun. Can you show some of the system or mentorship stuff? I can't show the mentorship stuff just because that's private. I had to pay for it, and I want to be respectful of their stuff. I don't want to share anything that they do. It's gated, right? So I want to be respectful of them. I don't want to share any of that stuff. That's why I kind of just keep it vague because I want to be respectful of them, and I don't want to feel like I'm stealing things, right? Or like I don't want to do that. I don't want to step on any toes. But most of the things I'm talking about, I've kind of already known about. Now the mentorship is obviously we're talking about it and we're diving in it deeper and things like that. But But yeah, I can't show anything because, you know, I just want to be respectful. It is gated. But I will show you guys when I'm doing my back testing, my model that I'm creating. That's all stuff I'm doing personally, and I'll be an open book with you guys. Ask any question you want on my model or what I'm doing. I'll be transparent. That's why I do this. But when it comes to mentorship stuff, I'm gonna keep that, you know, I'm gonna be respectful of them. I don't want to show off anything that they're doing or show off their stuff, because that's something they've worked hard to create, and I want to be respectful. That's it. Yeah. When is the webinar, man? Tomorrow. The webinar tomorrow is at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I wanted to do it early. I figured that might be helpful for a lot of people. It is a Saturday. So I wanted to kind of get it early, one, so I can get it out of the way and spend time with my family. But two, that's kind of in our normal rhythm of our live streams, right? We usually live stream around that time. So I just want to keep in that same rhythm. Techno, are you going to be able to make it tomorrow morning? I want you to, I really hope you can be there. We're doing the giveaway. I want to see if you win. If you go to the Discord, it should tell you the event in your local time. If you go here in the top left corner to events, it should say it in your local time. Bobby said 4:30 p.m. for me. Okay, nice, perfect. Yeah, we're doing an $800 giveaway, so we're giving $100 to 8 people. If you're a Twitch sub, you get an extra entry. So if you subscribe to our Twitch, you'll get a bonus entry into the webinar and the giveaway. Same with if you're a Discord server booster. If you boost the server, you'll also get an entry, additional entry. So how can I participate? We'll give more information when you're at the event. So you got to be attending, and if you're not actually attending the event, you won't be able to participate. We'll kind of do something within the webinar. So we'll keep the webinar about an hour. I don't want to go too long. One, I want to be respectful of everybody's Saturday, and two, I don't want to go too long. But I'm planning on doing it for about an hour. Yeah, Techno, if anything, try to put it on like your phone or something if you can, or like your computer, and like just monitor so you can participate in the giveaway, you know? But we're going to go over market structure and prop firms, because I know in our community, there's been some questions on prop firms. And so I'm going to talk about prop firms and the opportunities there, good prop firms to look into, and things like that. So, but yeah, this event too will not be live streamed. So it will not be on YouTube. It will not be on Twitch or X. It will only be within the Discord for my members in the Discord. And it's free. I don't charge you. It's completely free. The only thing that like has a cost to it is if you want to be a Twitch sub to get a bonus entry. That's the only thing that has a cost. And that's not even required. That's only for you, and you also get like ad-free viewing. And then I'm planning on trying I forgot who Slayer was asking like to do some stuff with channel points, because you guys can earn channel points on Twitch, and I want to figure out how we can utilize channel points for the future, and like how we can make it kind of fun in that. Sweet, I love it, Techno. I mean, for preparation, should I register with your links on exchanges? No, you don't have to do it. Won't be anything like that. It'll only be like, basically, if you're in here, type in like something. I'm gonna like probably have you chat, and then everybody who chats, right, who's actually actively listening and chatting, will be entered into that giveaway. So you have to be just active and actually there, and that'll be what causes you to be participated in the giveaway. So just be something that's like very active. Like I have to know you're actually there. Does that make sense? It's like, it's going to be, we're literally going to send out the money like on the live stream. Like I'll have you guys, maybe what I'll probably do is just have you guys put a wallet in the chat, a crypto wallet, and then I'll deposit that money literally right there on stream to whoever wins. We'll like maybe do a spin the wheel thing and stuff. Yeah. So, and then we'll literally just send the money there. Oh, I know what I'll do. That'll be way easier. I know what I'll do. There will be a Google form that I'll have you guys fill out. So you literally will just have to put your wallet address, like your name and your wallet address. And then I literally don't have to ask you, what is the, yeah, that's how we'll do it. Cause then I can easily just grab your wallet addresses from the Google form. And that'll be super easy. And then I can easily do the spin the wheel thing. Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. It's my first one doing it with our community, so I think it'll be a good time. Let me turn this down. Yeah, it should be a good time, and I'm excited to be able to give back to you guys. So right now, I think when I was looking at it, let's see how many people are waiting for it. I think there's 7 right now. 7 people. So literally every person who right now is attending will win $100 at least. But if there's 8 people, you know, it'll be dead even. I mean, if there's 8 of you literally watching, I'll literally just be, all right, drop your wallet address and I'll drop you guys all the money. That'd be funny. It is literally exactly 8. But I'm excited. BLOFIN, if you want to, you know, sign up for BLOFIN, and use that affiliate link, it's with my relationship with BLOFIN and with what we've been able to generate within our affiliate, they really are super supportive. Like they actually helped sponsor this giveaway. They gave me some money to give away. They kind of matched me in what I'm giving away personally. And they were like, yeah, dude, let's do a giveaway. Let's give it back to your community. And they're like super, super on board with anything I do or ask. And so it's really fun to have them actually as support. They've been really supportive. They were my first affiliate I ever had. And the guy, Jason, he's just awesome. He's awesome. He's like my affiliate, my connect. And yeah, he's amazing. He's hopped on calls with me. He's helped me brainstorm how to do better as an affiliate. He's like helped me even brainstorm my streams, you know, how to do my streams better. Like, dude, it was really, I'm really blessed to have that guy. And BLOFIN, they've been amazing. They don't even ask questions. I literally texted him. I was like, hey, dude, would you be down to give me some money for a giveaway? And they're like, yeah. And then he deposited it and he's like, there you go, it's in. I was like, no way. I was like, thank you so much. So I really, really, really appreciate that affiliate. And so if you guys want to, you know, help support me and that relationship, sign up for BLOFIN, make an account, and do your trading on there. Personally, it's my favorite exchange to do my trading on. I like WEEX. I use all the exchanges that are on the screen: BLOFIN, BITUNIX, and WEEX. I use all of them. Just to be transparent with you guys, I do use every single one of them. I like every single one of them. I think they're all great. But BLOFIN is just, I really like it. It's a really great one. All right, so let's see some of these questions. So the new strategy looks more profitable. Yes, it is more profitable. I still gotta kind of tighten it up and get better at it because it's pretty hard. It's not an easy one to spot. I'll just be honest with you. It's not super easy to spot, and it happens quickly. And you gotta trust yourself. It's like one of those things where, like, when it happens, you just gotta, like, you cannot think about it. You have to just react. And if you don't react, you'll miss it. But it is extremely powerful. What I found. Such a good people. It's hard to find people and sponsors like that. It's easy to use exchanges as well. Yeah. They're super nice and they're super chill. And they're just supportive. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. They're really supportive of me. And they'll like come and text me and just encourage me and like and stuff like that. So I love it. It doesn't feel like, honestly, like a business partnership or like some kind of like thing. It's just like they're just supportive, really. Let's do what I thought could be fun is let's do a quick back testing and just kind of show you guys what this new model looks like on a chart, right? It takes a little bit longer than normal. You can see all my orders that I've done. Just like a robot, no emotion and feeling strategy, I guess. Exactly. Like, you cannot have emotion in it. You cannot second guess. You have to just react. And that's why I've been loving doing the back testing, because it just gets me in that, like, it's like going to the gym, right? I'm going, marking everything up as I would the normal day, and then I'm just putting in those repetitions of like trying to spot it. So then when I get to the live market, I don't even have to think about it. I see it, I react, right? So that's why I like doing back testing. I recommend, if anybody here too is trying to master their strategy, try doing back testing, because that repetition, just doing it over and over and over again, is super helpful. All right, let's so what I do is I first mark out daytime liquidity, right? Because price likes to go from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. So it looks like here on the day time frame, we're going to target these highs up here to the left, right? Or if we decide to not target these highs, we could go to these lows or this fair value gap down to the low. But I don't think so. This price is breaking above these highs. It looks like we're going to target this external range liquidity on the day. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour, again, probably targeting external range liquidity. We have internal range, we have external range down here. Some of these lows. I'm going to mark out some of these 4 hour lows, even though we're probably not going to target them today. Did I get it right? It just becomes like muscle memory, and you just do it without thinking. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're right, Techno. Yeah, it's like muscle memory. That's like when you create a strategy, that's how it should be. It shouldn't be something you have to double think about, or you shouldn't be like doubting. You should just execute. Right? That's how a strategy should be done. Okay, let's market this all out. We'll mark out, we'll leave that low. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, it looks, I don't know if we'll get a unicorn on this one. This looks very bullish. We do have this fair value gap down here. We do have a fair value gap down here. Let me see something real fast. There's no fair value gaps over here. Okay. Let's talk about why you think there's liquidity up there. Yeah, I could answer that. Like, you're talking about up here? Why do I think there's liquidity up here? Is this what you mean? And up here? All this? What is that your question? Why is there liquidity up here or even down here? Okay, so this is the day time frame. What we currently are looking at is the day time frame. And so these obviously, right, to the left, or maybe not obviously, sorry. These to the left, right, this high displaced, right? Look right here. Where's my drawing tool? This here, this high, right? This high here, displaced, taking out these lows. So yeah, all these lows, right? This high, displaced. Up there is okay, but the two first ones, yeah. These two, because it displaced off this push up, displaced down, taking out these lows, there's going to be resting liquidity potentially up here. Why? Because there's one. Each of these are a day, right? So let me delete this. Let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in here. Above each of these days is going to be sitting liquidity, right? So above this high, above this high. This high is not, because it's got taken out already by this wick here. And so potentially there's short liquidity, right? For all the people who essentially have maybe a short like this, right? They targeted this short. And so people that have their shorts in still holding for this down movement, has their stop losses or whatever you want to call it all up here, right? So above these day highs are going to have liquidity for people who went short on the market, right? Same for up here, these highs too. There's going to be liquidity sitting above these highs on the day time frame. So we don't know for sure. I mean, there's tools that you can go look at to like see if there's actually liquidity up here. But for me, I always target previous day highs as external range liquidity because one, it's a high that pushed down and displaced to take out these lows, right? This high here. Why is this one important to me? Because if you look here at this range, these highs are all in discount above this range, right? Let me zoom in a little bit. All these highs are in discount above these ranges. So there's going to be liquidity above these highs. And as you can see, our price is currently targeting that external range liquidity because liquidity, right, acts as a magnet to price. Let me see if I can get a magnet. Where's my magnet tool? Right, so all this liquidity is going to act as a magnet to price because price needs to come and take out this liquidity or add to this liquidity if it needs to go to the upside, right? So sorry, ma'am, I can't stay much longer. It's 2 a.m. here. It's good night for me. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for teaching that. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, Techno. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out for the time you could, man. 2 a.m. That's late. So yeah, you probably should go get some rest. I don't want to spend too much time for you, but I'll hopefully see you tomorrow morning at the webinar. I hope you get some good rest, dude. But yeah, all this external range liquidity will act as a magnet for price to come take out. And same for these ones down here, right? After external range liquidity is taken out, potentially price will come back down to target some of this external range liquidity to the downside. These day lows down here, these day lows down here. Not saying that it will because we don't know yet. But it could. It could come down and target this external range liquidity to the downside. But that's why I've marked out those ranges there. Let's delete all these drawings. Okay. And then if on the 4 hour, it's the same thing on the 4 hour, right? 4 hour. If we hit external range liquidity, if we tap into this yellow line and say we start displacing to the downside, we know we can target this external range liquidity or internal range liquidity if there's like a fair value gap or something formed. All right, let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour has this fair value gap here. And then let's check the 15-minute. Okay, 15-minute right here. We have this fair value gap here on the 15, which it looks like we tapped in here. What time is this? 9:30. I'm gonna go back a couple candles because with this strategy, I like to come before the market opens and see what is price doing before the market opens. So I want to come back down. So let's go. This is right before market opens, right? Let's see what this candle does. Oh, let's go back a little bit. So this is right before market opens. Okay, this is the last 15-minute candle before the market open candle. As you can see, we got a fair value gap. Okay, let's go down to the 5-minute. So now 9:15, 9:20, 9:25. Okay, so now in here we got this 15-minute fair value gap. We know with this momentum, we're probably going to target external range liquidity up here, right? We're probably going to target this external range liquidity. We could target here. I'm not going to be stuck in a bias, but I want to see what price does if we come into this fair value gap. And also I want to see what price does within the orb. So let's go up the 15-minute. Let's go back one. So we got our first 15-minute candle, a big push out. So this gives us not only our first 15-minute candle, this also gives us our orb. Okay, I want to go down the 5-minute time frame and see 5-minute time frame, no fair value gaps. 1-minute time frame. Oh, I think 1-minute time frame gave it no fair value gap, no fair value gap. So it didn't give it to us. There has to be a fair value gap. Oh, I think it gave it to us right here. Sweep, push up, sweep. What did this sweep? These lows right here. Right, we swept these lows right here. This moved down, swept these lows, this low, and even potentially a little bit of this low, right? So we have that. Those sweep of those lows. And now we have a breaker block. Oh, why? Where's my... Here we go. This breaker block. And then why is this valid? Because it came and swept down these lows, but this move up was aggressive. It wasn't like weak. You don't want the move up to look like this. Like you don't want it to be like, or like, you know, there's not really a good example right now. Like this. You don't want it to look like this, like sideways trading almost. You want it to be aggressive, leaving fair value gaps. So in this breaker block, you have one fair value gap tapping into it. And then I think another one. And then two fair value gaps touching this breaker block. So to me, valid entry for this. This is a good opportunity. So what I'm going to do, now price is displaced out at the top of the orb. I'm going to set my limit order. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do one last thing. Hold on. I forgot to do one thing. I need to see where our session... Oh, we're above all the session liquidity. I don't even need to... Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. All right, we don't even really need to... Let's go back down to 1 minute. I just wanted to make sure we weren't at like some session high or something. Okay, so we got the breaker block. What we do now is we set our limit order. Okay. Entry price right there. Stop loss at the bottom of the breaker. I don't put stop loss at the bottom of the low. I put at the bottom of the breaker block. Okay, that's the model. Okay. Entry at the top of the breaker block, which is this bullish candle before the move down, and stop loss at the bottom of the breaker. Okay. And we're going to risk what I usually risk on my typical accounts is about $500. So minus the 501 mil, right? We don't risk that much on the 501 mil, but that's a specific challenge. I'm doing it based on my normal trading accounts for about $500. Yeah, this is limit orders, not market orders. I want that to be clear. If anybody doesn't know what limit order is, please put it in the chat and I'll tell you what a limit order is. 1.5. Oh no, we need to go up 5. That's how you trade. Oh, I love it, P2P. Oh, whoops. I need to... Ah, dang it. It's going to mess it all up. All right. Buy down here. Stop loss at the breaker bottom. Breaker block low. Okay. And we want to risk $520 is usually what I risk on my normal accounts. We'll do that for $522.82. It's about right what I risk right now on my normal accounts. Okay. We have limit order in. Now I set my, right. So obviously in the market, it's going to be a lot faster than this. But I'm trying to go slow just to kind of show off like what the model looks like. Now, first, we just shoot for 2R. Okay. Now I don't put a full TP at 2R. I take a 50% TP, then move stops to break even. And then I see if we're going to target external range liquidity, right? Which I think today we will. which would be this yellow line up here, which if we can target external range liquidity, that's an 11R trade, right? So let's see if we can target external range liquidity, or let's see if we even get tapped in here. We might not. Okay. All right, let's let the candles tell us what we're going to do. We're at the top of the orb. Let's see what happens here now. Let's go down because we're at the 1 minute time frame. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got tapped in on this candle. And as you can see, the thing I love about this strategy is literally usually right when I get tapped in, I'm pretty much almost already to TP. Do you see that? If we got tapped in and we're literally almost already to TP. It's extremely fast. It's extremely fast. You do not have to wait very long. I'm pretty much already to TP right now. So let's see. One thing I'm noticing too. No, this is not a valid. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. So let's see if we get TP. Okay. We're on, we got tapped in. Prices looks like it's moving pretty well. Okay. We get TP right here. Let's take 50% off. Move stop loss up to break even. So I put it just right at these candle closes. And I think we'll probably be able to at least target these highs here. Let's see if we get those highs. We should. If we fail to like break above these highs, I think that the move is done. Okay, we're tapping the orb again. Let's let it play out a little bit more. Oh, it's breaking in hard. I want to see it break above these highs now. I'm going to move my stop loss up to this little low here. Yeah, it's the 1 minute, right? It's super, super fast. Just saying mathematically, I think makes no sense. Why do you say that? Why do you say taking a 50% TP makes no sense? To be making more than you would have by TPing 100%, the price needs to be rise 20%. Not really, because I'm risking $500 at stop loss, and so if I hit 2R, I'm making $1,000, right? So I'm taking $500 in profit, and then as you can see, we're riding now even higher, right? So now we're at 3.67R. We're up an additional $866. So we've made already about almost $2,000 on this trade. Do math? I am. I mean, to me, that's plenty of profit for me. I don't need much more than that. Let me check. I mean, right now this trade is up $866. Right? Because it's all about what I'm risking on the stop loss, right? Because I risked at the stop loss here $522 or $21, right? So if I'm shooting for 2R, I'm doubling that risk. So if I hit my 2R profit, I'm up over $1,000. And if I take a 50% TP, I've basically taken the risk off the table and we're break even at 50%. And then if it runs even further than that, we're now making more money. So now I've already taken a 50% TP. So I've made back over $500 on this. And now I'm up an additional unrealized P&L of over $800. So I'm making more than if I would have just done a full TP at 2R. And I think this trade should target external range liquidity, which is this yellow line. Let's see if it might stop us out before it gets there. Okay, I'm going to raise my stop loss up again. And I'm actually probably going to go up a time frame now and get out of the 1 minute because we've been in this trade for a little bit now. I'm going to put my stop loss right around this low because as you can see, the 5 minute looks like it's displacing above these highs. And now I'm probably just going to let it... yeah. And there we go. We tapped in external range liquidity, right? My guess is we're probably not going much higher than this guy. We tapped into that day liquidity. I'm going to move my stop loss. Now that we're at external range liquidity, I'm going to move it pretty tight. And we're up $3,000 right now on this trade. And there we go. As soon as we hit external range liquidity, look at the big correction off, the big push off. And that's fine. So that trade, right? Let me show you that trade. That trade right here made us a total of $3,153. And by the time we open that account or that trade, right? We opened that trade. Let's go down to 1 minute. We opened that trade it got tapped in at 9:56 a.m. before 11 a.m., right? Which is what I've been saying. If it happens before 11 a.m., that's good. That's when we ideally want it. Happened at 9:56 a.m. And then we closed the trade out completely at 11:30 a.m. Boom, I'm done for the day. I'm done trading. I'm not going to try to sit around all day and wait for another one. One and done. That's what my perfect strategy for me is. Hopefully I can get one trade a day and be done by that one trade. I literally don't want to trade more than once a day. If I can do one trade a day and be done within an hour and a half and walk away from the charts, I'm trying to set up in this model the way I want my life to look, right? And so maybe someone else's model, they were like, no, I'd rather sit at the charts for 8 hours a day. Okay, if that's your model, maybe you want to shift it to a higher time frame, right? Maybe you want to be in a 15-minute time frame or 1 hour, or maybe something a little higher, so you don't have to wait so long and it takes a little bit longer and you're less stressed. But for me, I ideally want to be done and out of my trades and done for trading for the day before noon. And when I say noon, I mean noon EST. So for me, that's actually 9 a.m. my time. I'm up at 6 a.m. at the charts, ready to go. Hopefully getting trade around before 7 a.m. and I'm done trading by 9 a.m. That's my ideal lifestyle that I'm trying to create. And so I'm trying to create that lifestyle with the model that I create. And so this model is fitting perfectly within my lifestyle I want. So that's another thing to do and think about when you're creating your model. Like, really think, is this something you want to do? Like, is this something is your model fitting within your lifestyle and the type of trading you want to do? And also, I think I do see actually a bearish unicorn forming up here. Okay. I wouldn't take it because I already got the first one. But I see, right, this push up that's swept above these highs. We're in an important higher time frame area of liquidity, right? External range liquidity. We tapped in. This 1 minute candle displaced off, sweeping out these lows here, creating a fair value gap inside that breaker block. As you can see, immediately you get tapped in. It creates the fair value gap off this candle. The next candle taps you in, right? You get actually a couple entry opportunities. Stop loss goes right back here. And you would have hit 2R almost like within a couple minutes. You would hit 2R very quickly again. Percentage move wise, yeah. So the percentage move wise, all the way up to external range liquidity, or do you want just the 2R move? I can give you the whole move that we held for, or I can give you just the 2R move, percentage move. Let me know which, or I can give you both if you want. The 2R and all? Okay. Let's do that real quick. So 2R. Okay, let's see from the entry. Oh, entry. Come on. entry to TP was 0.28% move. Okay, so 0.28%. And then to the top, I need to zoom out again. From entry to the top of the move, we'll just do it on the yellow line, was a 1.5% move, 1.55% move. And it took us from entry to TP, took us an hour and a half exactly. It took 90 bars to do that move. That's the move right there. So to the top is 1.69%. I think it's actually a little bit higher than that, like 1.7%, but yeah. And with trades, right, your percentage of the move doesn't really matter. It's more the R's, right? That's how I base my trades off of, at least. I base it off the R's. So if I'm risking 1 R and I'm going to make 2 R, that's how I'm basing my profit off, right? So if I'm risking, so let's just make a little mock trade here, right? So say we're going for 2 R right here. So, right, 2 R. If I'm risking, right, down here below, the money I'm risking is $500. It matters because you don't caught 2% moves all the time. Yeah, exactly. That's why I shoot for 2R, because I didn't even shoot for a 0.5% move, right? And I was able to make $1,000 on a less than a 0.5% move. And then up here, I'm shooting to make $1,000, right? So it doesn't matter the move, right? It doesn't matter necessarily the move. It matters what you're risking to the target you're doing, right? So if I shrink this and I make my stop loss tighter, but I'm still risking 500. Oh. But I'm still risking, oh shoot, $500. Then my 2R, I only need this big of a move to make 1,000. Right? I only need that big of a move to make $1,000. Oh, why does it keep doing that? I think you guys understand the point though. I only need that big of a move to make $1,000 because my risk is, and my stop loss is tighter, right? And so it doesn't really matter if it's a 1% move, a 0.2% move, a 5% move, right? It's all based on where my stop loss is at. And so that's how I'm able to make $1,000 on a 0.2% move, because my stop loss is tight and I'm just targeting that external range liquidity to the next nearest high. And then if I'm able to hold it even longer for the entire day move, right? Because Bitcoin does 2% moves pretty much almost every day, right? They happen every single day. It's just if you can catch the move, right? Like let's look at, right, this daily candle. This complete daily candle from the bottom of the candle to the top of the candle is a 5% move, right? From the bottom of this candle to the top of this candle, 3.91% move. This little candle here, let's see, this little candle, 1.62% move. These ones are a little bit smaller because we're kind of ranging, right? We're in consolidation, but even a lot of these are bigger than 2% moves. But most daily candles on Bitcoin have a move bigger than 2%. That one's 6.5. That one's 4.5. So every single day there is a move, right? There is the daily move. And that's what I'm, with this strategy, that's what I'm trying to essentially target, is what's that daily move going to do? And the daily move is usually going to target external range liquidity, either to the downside or upside, right? And that's just what price does, right? Price goes from liquidity to liquidity, right? But say if you're, no, yeah, it's pretty much all. And now, unless you're in like, you know, where we were up here, right, where you're hitting all-time highs, right? Eventually, it's like, okay, when is it going to stop, right? That's a little different. You got to watch displacement and price action and so on and so forth. But typically, on candles, they go from external range to internal range, right? And that's essentially what I'm going to go over tomorrow in market structure, because that's what market structure does. Like, look at these highs. This day, target all this liquidity. This one, target these lows here. This one, targeted these lows here that haven't been touched. Then this candle targeted this high over here. This candle took out this previous day low. This candle took out this previous day low. This candle took out these previous day highs, right? They're all, the candles are just going from liquidity to liquidity. And so there's almost every single day it's a 2% move. It just depending on if you can hit it or not, right? And that's the challenge, right? And really, you don't even need a 2% move. A 0.5% is enough. A 0.2% that I just showed you is a big enough move, right? And so, yeah, I think a lot of times in people's heads, and I think in my own head, what I wrestle with, right, is you need the big move. And it's like, no, what if you can do it in a smaller move? What if you don't? What if in a day you just shot for a 0.5% or smaller move, and that was your TP, and you're done for the day, right? That's pretty good. Oh, I see what you're saying. So with the back testing, Yo-Yo, that's the awesome thing about back testing, because that's the awesome thing about back testing is you can see if you should have just kept taking profit at 2R, or if you should have held the trade longer. And what I found with this model is that it's actually better to hold on to the trade than take the full TP. I get what you're saying now. I totally understand what you're saying now. And some models, that's fully correct. You should hold on. You should not hold on to the trade. You should just take full TP. But this model, I found, is if I don't take full TP, I almost every time will go higher and target that external range liquidity. And that's why I love doing the back testing, because look we can go here. And how do I know that it is right that way? Let me show you. I'll show you the stats real quick. Because I agree, sometimes if you have a strategy, you should definitely close at 2R and stop holding on for longer. But the reason why I know this is because look at this average win to loss trade. It's 3.45R, and our profit factor is at 11.23R, right? And so if I would have closed at 2R every time, I'm losing money. That's a good one, P2P. That's actually a good example. Take full TPs when you're going against trend. Hold if you're going pro trend. That's actually a good example. Yeah, I like that. Oh, maybe that's something I should start doing. One of the things too, in the mentorship that it actually requires is if you go pro trend, you go full risk. If you go against trend, you go half risk. Which is something I might start doing. Yeah, I might start implementing that, because it's true. Because those moves against the trend are not necessarily going to not work. They're just not going to be as big, right? They're going to be the ones that are stunted and not the ones that should be held. And that goes into, and that's why it's so important on the strategy to understand your range. Your daily time frame, where is it trying to attack? What is the higher time frame doing? Because if you don't understand that, you'll get in the habit of holding, or you'll get in the habit of entering when you shouldn't. And that's why it's so important to understand those things. That's not a lot of statistics. Yeah, no, I need more data. I want to get more data, but this is by far out of all the models I've created, this is by far the best one I've ever created. There's never been one that I've created that is this good. And I'm trading it just like I would in real life with my actual accounts. I'm not like these numbers aren't like me taking ridiculous sized trades. I mean, you guys saw what I just took. I risked $500 on the trade. I did the 2R. I held it, right? That's what every single one of these trades has done. And I'm printing 10K weeks by risking $500 a trade. And also you should trade. Yeah, you could do demo trading too. For me, I don't really do demo trading anymore just because I do the back testing, try to create the muscle memory, and then I just go and execute in the real market. But when I execute in real market, I just, as I'm learning in the beginning, I take lower risk. I wouldn't take a $500 trade in the beginning. I take just lower risk and practice that way. But demo trading is also very good. You can paper trade. Yes, I agree. Paper trading is great in real market. That's why I love that tool. But for me, I just do the back testing, try to create that muscle memory to see it in the real market, and then I just go execute in the real market for me. Because I feel once I kind of do enough back testing and kind of the muscle memory, it seems to be working for me. But I'm happy with these stats so far. Yeah, no model has done this well. I love the Zella score. I love the win percentage. We're at over 75%, right? Which I told you guys I would like an over 75% win rate on my strategy. Now, I would like to get minimum 6 months on this. This one just takes a lot longer to do the back testing, like a lot longer. To do a month has taken me a lot of time to just get a month in of back testing because it's just every time I gotta like mark out the things, you know, I gotta like really watch the chart and stuff like that. It just takes a little bit longer, but I love the day win percentage, the trade win percentage, and the average win to loss per trade. We're over 3R. Yeah, true. P&L curve up and to the right. Yep. Right. It's ideally what you want. Up and to the right. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to do more back testing on this, and I would like to, because on all of these, I've put in at least 6 months on all these. This one has 8 months. This one has 6 months. And look at this, 42% win rate, 38% win rate. They have great P&L, but the win rates are terrible. And also, like, this is the most recent model before the new one, right? Win rate is below 40%. Profit factor is under 2R. Our win to loss is under 3, under 2.5. Look how many losing days we have. We have a lot of losing days, right? A lot of red. Let's go back to some of the other months I did. A lot of red. Right? A lot of red. Some months are better than others. And our day win percentage is less than 55%. So you're right. Win rate doesn't matter. The reason why I've set myself to want a higher win rate is because for my psychology, for me and my trading helps a lot. I like a model that has a higher win rate. So I'm not going through the losses so much because to me the losing sucks. But you're totally right, yo. Win rate doesn't mean anything. You could have a 20% win rate and be a super profitable trader. But for me, again, when I create a model, I want to create it on how I want to live my life and how I want my life to be. And so for me in my life, I would rather have a higher percent win rate than a lower percent win rate, because for me it takes a toll on me when I have those low win rate, personally. So I just always create my model on how I want my life to be and how I would like it to reflect. And so for me, this is a profitable strategy. It works. This one over here too. This one is a profitable strategy. I back tested for 8 months. 8 months, I made $136,000 in the back test. It works. It's not to say that this strategy wouldn't work, right? But for me, it just this win rate is really rough for me. I wouldn't do good in that. Because then I get in my head, then I'm like frustrated, I'm getting angry, and then when my emotions start getting in, then I start messing up my trades, right? And I know myself, and I've learned that about myself. And so I know for me, I want to get a model that has a high win rate, because I know that I kind of struggle with that frustration and anger when I start losing. He said, how many trades in 8 months? Oh, dude, it's a lot of trades. We took in 8 months 385 trades. 385 trades in that back testing strategy. It's a lot of trading. Like, you're taking like, so 8 months times 30. 8 times 30. Right? You're doing 240. Oh, wait, no. How many trading days? 5 times 4. So 20 trading days in a month. So 20 times 8. You have 160 trading days. And then 160, 385 divided by 160. You're taking at least 2.5 trades a day. Whoa. Yo. P2P. Holy smokes. Thank you so much, dude, for all the gifted subs, man. Heck yeah. How many was that? Hype train. Let's go. Level 3. 10 gifted subs by P2P, man. Thank you so much. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. 10 tier 1 subs. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Holy smokes. That was awesome. Thank you, P2P. Bobby Joe. Now it's tier 1 sub. Heck yeah. Thank you, P2P. It's yeah, the growth in public thing is hard, dude. I'll just be honest with you guys. It's hard because, like, I got to show my failures on screen. Right? It's super fun. It's super fun when I'm winning. It's super fun when I got the dubs, right? It's super fun when you guys come on stream and you see me profiting, right? That's fun. It's not fun when I lose trades, right? But that's the whole reason I'm doing this, is so you guys can see the full learning process for me. And, like, that it's... yeah, dude, she's huge support. Like, my wife is a huge support in this all. It would be... if I had a wife that, like, was like, why are you on the charts? Like, you're losing money. Like, why are you doing this? You're stupid, right? Like, if that was on there too, oh my gosh, that would be impossible. I couldn't do this. I wouldn't be able to do this. But she's super supportive. Like, literally this morning, before she left, she was like, babe, you got this. Like, you can get it. I see your progress. You're doing the mentorship. You're learning. You're doing great. Like, she was like, you can do it. She literally gave me like a whole hype talk. I was like, yeah, I can do it. You're right. I can do it. I was like all hyped up. And so, like, if I didn't have her, like, if it was like yeah, she literally makes it worth it. Yeah, it's really dope. I'm really grateful for her. But that really does. Like, she literally, like, supports the vlog. She's like, yeah, like, they're going to love it. They're going to, like, when you start winning, they're going to get so hyped for you. And so, yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. The GOAT! P2P's the GOAT. Everyone give a dub for P2P. Everyone shout out. Like, if you're in chat right now, say, we love P2P, man. Huge thank you for that. Oh, that was fun. I mean, trading is one of the hardest jobs. It's not a quick run and you're profitable. It could take years. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to do this yo-yo, like do the live stream stuff, is because I think a lot of times, like for me, when I first started learning, I'm all self-taught. I'm 3 weeks into this mentorship, which is the first time I've ever had someone kind of teaching me. In the last year and a half, I've been doing this. And when I first was doing it and like self-teaching myself and watching YouTube videos, right? And like trying to learn concepts via YouTube, everything on YouTube makes it look like it happens overnight, right? Like if you just learn this one strategy, tomorrow you're going to be profitable and you're going to make, you know, you're going to start making money on your trades. And so I was getting so stuck in this, like, wait, I learned this concept. Why am I not like super good yet? And I'm not a patient person. Like I like to get things quick. I don't like to wait. And so this year and a half of learning that, like, hey, it takes time You got to be patient. I wanted to be able to give that back to my audience of like saying like, hey, on YouTube, it's going to look, if you're like me who went to YouTube to look, it looks like it happens overnight, but it doesn't. It takes time. And so, like, be willing to put in the work because it's worth it once you can do it. And that's what I'm hoping to show, that the time I put in, the learning I do, the education, the hours of back testing, then when I start being successful on stream and you guys are watching live and seeing me get dubs, you're like, look, his work paid off and it wasn't quick. It took him months to get there. And I want that to, like, I'm hoping that kind of comes through the live stream. So I appreciate every single one of you who are here before my success, really, like before I'm like actually a really, really good trader, because I know I'll get there. It's not a matter of if, but when. Can I see the guys who are the mentors? Yo, if you go in my Discord, I'll share it with you. If you're in my Discord, or like if you want to DM me on one of any of my platforms, I'll share it with you. I have no problem sharing it with you. Yeah, anyone can take the mentorship. You just got to pay for it. It's not cheap. I'll say that. It's worth it. I think it's worth the investment, but it's not cheap. A hype chat? A hype chest? What is that? Oh, okay. I didn't realize you got rewards for completing hype trains. Let's go. We just got a new emote. There we go. We got a new emote. Give me that. Give me that emote. That's kind of funny. Choo choo. Dude, I love Twitch. Twitch makes streaming really fun. We did it. Thanks for all the support. 13 out of 10. Let's go. Hype train. Twitch makes streaming really fun. I've been really enjoying like my Twitch journey. Yeah, but that's my model, and that's kind of like what I've been doing. But as I do more of the model, I'll keep you guys all updated on what's going down with the model. I'll keep you guys updated on, you know, is the model I'm doing with the unicorn, is it actually going down, right? Is it losing some win percentages? Is it not as good as we thought it was? Is there something I need to tweak? Is it whatever? As I do more months. Because I told you, I want to get at least 6 months in there. And I think, I mean, it looks like right here there was even like a, right here. I think there literally was one right here. No, maybe. Look. Push up, fair value gap. Fair value gap right in there. Tapped in. I don't know if that hit 2R, did it? Ooh, got pretty close. Oh wait, did it? It did, it hit 2R. Look at that, tapped in. Enter the trade. Boom, boom, boom. 2R within 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 minutes. There's another trade right there. It tapped into this orb again. Time-based liquidity area, which is the orb, right? That's why we mark it out. And there you go. Breaker block. Push down, sweeping these lows, and even tapping into these lows. Displacement to the upside, creating a fair value gap. Stop loss at the bottom of the breaker block. Target 2R. And yeah. This one, because it's later in the day, I probably would have just taken full TP at 2R. But yeah, these happen throughout the day. I think even... There's not really a high... The only high time frame thing that we're tapping into is the orb. Is the open range breakout. I bet on the 1 minute it even had one too. Usually if it has one on the 5 minute, that means it had one on the 1 minute. You probably could have taken advantage of. Actually, I think it just missed it. Right here. This would be the one I would probably go for. And it just missed the entry. It didn't come down deep enough. You would have just missed it. Yeah, that sucks. The 1 minute almost gave you one. But the nice thing is if the 1 minute you missed it, you could hop up to the 5 minute and wait for the 5 minute to give that entry. Right? So if the 1 minute missed it, I bet the 5 minute would give it. And as you can see, it did. Right? Breaker block, displacement to upside, fair value gap, tapped in, pushed up further. Hasn't it? It might tap this external range liquidity, which I mean, when I say external range liquidity, I mean just the previous high to the left. So this high to the left. I wouldn't go for much bigger of a move than that if I'm going to hold longer than this. And tapping, just going for this next high to the left, but it's late in the day. Like, I wouldn't be trading. I only want like this morning move. That's what I'm really looking for. But yeah, this one, it even gave you an opportunity right there. Yeah. And even today, we tapped into this external range of liquidity here, which was a previous day high, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Yep, a previous day high to the left over here. So Monday, we're going to be doing this same thing, and Monday will be live trading. So, and I'll be doing this strategy live on Monday. But I'm excited for it. And I love, one thing I love doing is going back, like at kind of like closer to the end of the day, and like going back to the chart and being like, hey, did I miss any? Was there another one that happened that I could have like seen? And I kind of just practice. I'll be here Monday. Sweet. Monday will be, the stream won't be as late as this. Monday will be at market open. So it'll be an early stream. Monday will be at 6:30 a.m. I might start it even earlier, just maybe when I get to the charts, because no, I'll start it at market open, and we'll just see if we get a trade. But hopefully, and then ideally we're done by 11 a.m. and we'll just kind of hang out, maybe do some back testing together, things like that. But all right, it's 4:07. What time did I start? How long have we been streaming? About 2 hours. All right, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. Usually we stream longer, but I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys. Also let you know that the webinar is tomorrow. So again, if any of you are not ready to come to the webinar, I would love for you guys to be there. We're giving away $800. So right now, with however many people, let's see, how many people are signed up right now? 7 still. So pretty much if you show up to the webinar right now, you're guaranteed to at least make $100 tomorrow morning, unless there's more than that. But if you have the Twitch sub role, make sure to connect your Discord or your Twitch to your Discord so you can be granted the role, the Twitch sub role. And then if you have the Twitch sub role, you get an additional entry. Okay. So if you wanna potentially win $100, we're giving that away tomorrow. And if you Twitch sub, I mean, P2P just gifted everyone subs. So like almost most of you watching right now probably have the Twitch role and get an additional entry. So thanks to everyone, should say thank you to P2P for potentially giving you $100, right? But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow morning, and going over market structure. So we'll be doing a deep dive into market structure, which is like, to do any of my models that I've ever created, you need to understand market structure. It's kind of like the basis of knowledge. And honestly, for those who probably already know market structure and maybe this isn't something for you, come hang out at least, and maybe you'll get $100, right? So that's kind of why every time we do a webinar, I kind of want to do a giveaway just so I can give back to my audience, because you guys are You guys are honestly what helped keep me going, and like your support means the world to me. And I love the community that I've been building. So I'm hoping that as we continue to grow and as we make good relationship with affiliates, like we can just continue getting bigger and bigger giveaways to you guys too. So also right now on WEEX, there's a special event going down. So if you use my WEEX at all, if you use WEEX at all, this is my platform on WEEX. If you go to my link, I'll put it up in the Discord. So we have, just for you guys, if you use my link, you get a bonus entry into deposit and trade to win a Ferrari. So if you deposit and then you do some futures trading, you can get up to $30, $50, $100, $150, $250, one Apple AirPods. And then also, as you knock out each one of these, you get bonus rewards. And then if you hit the 3 billion, which I don't think you guys are doing, 3 billion is where you get up to $1 million payout. But every volume that you hit has a payout to it. So if you hit 50, let's see. If you hit 20K, you're getting WEEX token. If you hit 50K, you're getting WEEX. 500K, 3 million, you're getting free USDT. I think up once you hit 10 million, you're getting AirPods, a Nintendo Switch. Is that an iPad, iPhone, Rolex, and then the Ferrari? But you have to be insane to hit 3 billion in trading volume. I don't know who's doing that in a month. This ends April 30th. So this ends April 30th. If you guys want to participate, let me put the link actually in my bio right now. Let me make sure the link is in there. There we go. Okay, link is in my bio. And win a Ferrari on WEEX. There you go. If you would like to take part in that event, that special event. Nice, gotta run. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, PTP. I'm about to close out too. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again, P2P, for those subs. I really, really appreciate it, man. You're awesome. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Bobby. All right, I'm going to close out. Seems like it's late. It's late for a lot of you guys. So we're going to close out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Go take advantage of that WEEX event that's going down. Go sign up. Use the link in my bio. Go win a Ferrari potentially if you can do that much volume. If not, join our Discord, which the link is also in their private Discord of traders. And tomorrow we'll have a webinar where we're also giving away $800. 8 people will get $100. All right, everyone, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Friday. Go touch some grass this weekend. I'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, as we're closing out, I'm going to give a quick shout out. Oh, let me turn on the music. I'm going to give a quick shout out to everyone who showed up today. P2P, big shout out to you. You're amazing. You're always gifting subs. You gifted another 10 subs today. Shout out to P2P. Bobby, thank you so much. You're a first-time chatter today in our Twitch chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yo-Yo, you are awesome. I love you chatting. I love you asking questions and giving me some good things to talk about and concepts to discuss. You're awesome, dude. Maniac intern, shout out to you. You're sitting right in here with me in this room, and you're also watching the stream. Shout out, Maniac intern. Who else showed up today? Techno. I know you're not here anymore. You got a busy day, and you were super late night for you. I hope I get to see you tomorrow, Techno. You're awesome. But again, all the others that haven't maybe chatted, but you're still watching and you're still supporting, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. And I will see you guys either tomorrow in our Discord where we're hosting our webinar or Monday at Market Open. See you guys later.